Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan, Strings of Unity, revitalizing a tradition, a cultural inheritance, a musical patrimony, and a national emblem of the Filipino as an artistic and musical people. A salute to the Filipino Rondalla. As the flagship project of the National Music Committee of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts for Sining Pinoy 2004, Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan, the first International Rondalla Festival, began as a seed vision to revitalize a national emblem and retrace its roots as a shared heritage in clock string music with other peoples of the world, as a way of celebrating musical diversity. As a unique intangible heritage, the rondalla historically connects the Filipinos to different cultural hemispheres in the global musical community. The Bicol Region was selected as the main venue for its having nurtured the rondalla tradition, producing some of the finest rondalla artists of the land. As a people-friendly medium of expression, the rondalla transcends social and artistic boundaries as gender, age, religion, family, school, and amateur vis-a-vis professional musical practice. Zero hour for Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan started on a dark and drizzly dawn of February 8, 2004. Some 400 rondalla artists and staff coming from 7 regions of the Philippines and contingents from Australia, Israel, Mexico, Russia, and the USA all converged in Manila Traders Hotel and boarded some 12 long-haul buses for the 8-hour journey to the Naga city of the Bicol Region. Hospitable beyond one's imagination, led by Naga City Mayor Jesse Robredo and Amelita Zaens of the Developmental Institute for Bicolano Artists. The entire officialdom and local leadership gave the guests from far and wide the supreme lesson in hospitality, generosity, and overflowing friendship. In the initial encounter, their exchange of greetings promised a week of exciting, groundbreaking musical experience for the entire community.
You have come to the right place, our beloved guests, to celebrate this first International Rondalla Festival, for you are among people of kindred spirit, lovers all of the rondalla.
Let us set aside race, color, or creed and play our music that this world be one solid mass of humanity for tranquility and peace.
Sa masaya at masidhing pagsalubong na ito, sana'y masuklian namin ang inyong masinop at mahabang paghahanda sa pagsasatupad ng pagdiriwang na ito ng isang karanasang mananalaitay sa ugat ng kasaysayan ng Naga at ng buong Kabikulan.
At the rousing opening ceremonies inside the imposing Naga City Metropolitan Cathedral, Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan was launched by the prime movers of this historic undertaking.
Our gathering tonight is one of celebration and thanksgiving. We celebrate because a hand more creative than human hands has shown us that for the many strings of initiatives coming from equally many places and cities in the world, there is one common cultural heritage, and we are here to look back to the past to see how these plucked instruments have flourished in the far and distant places in the world, to celebrate what these instruments have made of us and get excited on what the culture that these instruments have generated among us.
For a long time, we have promoted Naga City not only as a center for trade and commerce of the region, but as a center for music and arts as well. I believe today marks the beginning of making it possible and showing everybody what we can do.
And to our distinguished artists, I thank and salute you for your music, the music that will create the very life of this entire celebration.
And we are proud to claim that Filipino Rondalla stands shoulder to shoulder or at par with its international counterparts, if not the best of its counterparts.
The overwhelming pageantry, color, and musical energy of the entire ceremonies did not only stun and electrify the full-capacity audience, but also created an air of charged expectation for the full unfolding of the entire festival.
Stai si mi strunają, что по ночам так мучила меня.
Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan provided the opportunity to not only revive interest on the rondalla, but to retrace its history and to share and exchange knowledge, learning, and music of the rondalla from both national and international perspectives. Retracing rondalla history and honoring the pioneers and purveyors of the rondalla tradition in the region, Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan's Cuerdas, Lives, Music, Memories, rekindled awareness and pride on a cultural treasure that has suffered decades of depreciation and cultural apathy. The well-researched and professionally curated exhibit opened to the local youth and to the general public a rare insight into the various aspects of the rondalla, including its technology and its repertoire. greatest impact of Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan probably lay in the Catholicity of the repertoire that it generated. It more than proved to the world the great diversity of music that was generated by this shared heritage. First, it confirmed the rondallas' role as a medium of folk expression. The repertoire also showcased popular love songs such as the Wiswis Kawayan, Ikaw ang Mahal Ko, and the unfading Sa Kabukiran by Manuel Velez. Foreign ensemble also contributed their love songs, such as Ojitos Traidores and Que Pasará Mañana by the Rondalla Motivos from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Me besas y las palomas de tus manos lo acarician todo. Preguntas y tus preguntas son ¿qué pasará mañana cuando te hayas ido?
The Rondalla of Celso Espejo contributed some of the most polished renditions of classical pieces, such as Pizzicato by the Viennese composer Johann Strauss. And the highly demanding Sardas by Vittorio Monti. A host of Filipino popular pieces gave Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan a truly local flavor. Works by such familiar names as Willie Cruz and Gary Valenciano also found their place in the highly entertaining medleys. And even a novelty and irreverent ditty of the modern balladeer Yoyoy Villanueva.
Sumapit ang Mayo, ako'y nalulungkot nung pista sa atin. Pagkat ika'y walang, di ka nakapili.
Virtuoso pieces lent so much excitement and electrifying impact to the audiences, performed by exceptionally accomplished local ensembles such as the Espejo Family Rondalla, as well as international participants. The duet Phoenix from Ekaterinburg, Russia simply stunned their listeners wherever they performed. contemporary dimension to the repertoire that emerged in Cuerdas included the imaginative incorporation of auxiliary instruments and the introduction of extended and experimental techniques. Playing true to form to its being an instrument of the masses, the rondalla was brought to various venues such as schools, parks, and town squares. Wherever they went, the artists were accorded with overflowing hospitality and admiring appreciation. The tremendous success of Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan was achieved mainly through the highly dedicated, versatile, and practically do-or-die commitment of its implementing staff. Led by Ria Brihino and Joe Perez, their team performed some of the most challenging tasks faced by cultural workers in modern times. The legacy of Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan stands today not only as an intangible symbol of its theme of unity, but as a tribute to musical diversity as represented by the shared heritage of the clock string tradition. While perhaps modest compared to the great musical festivals in the world, it nevertheless made its mark in offering a unique model in unifying diverse elements in cultures and peoples into one common spiritual experience. With the rondalla serving as the main instrument, the entire festival provided a taste of the peace and understanding that the modern world desperately seeks and aspires to enjoy.
And so let us put all our hearts and minds together to forge into the future in realizing and sustaining and even enhancing the auguries and promises that we have all created in Cuerdas Nin Kagabsan, the strings of unity.